Hey, Tomo. Yeah, don't they just munch it up and turn it all into baked Lays? Tomo, get out of here, Tomo. Are the Mickey waffles good? Not really. Food's one of those tricky things at Disney. It's very hit or miss. That was not even close. And when I say hit or miss, by the way, I mean hit or miss. There are some hits. It's not all misses. But there are definitely, there's a lot of misses as well. Tomo, get the fuck out of here. Are the churros good? They're fine. I'm not a churro connoisseur. I've eaten them and enjoyed myself. I've never been like, oh, this is like the best churro I've ever had in my life, but you know, they're fine. My company makes the churros. Okay, listen, they're the best churros I've ever had in my life. Simply put, I don't believe it's possible to engineer a churro better than the churros that I've had at Walt Disney World and the other Disney properties. I'll pass that along. Okay. There is one way you could make them better. I guess this is probably not your it's not your fault. You could make them a little bit cheaper. It is just fried dough with some like cinnamon sugar on top of it. That's probably, you're not in control of that, I would say though, if I had to guess. That one's probably up to Bob Iger. Why is there always a chatter that works in the exact industry that you're talking about? Well, you realize, hang on, what are we playing right now? Lies of P? Okay, you realize that like 4,000 people is a lot of people. $5,000? Dope, everyone's here for the finale. You could get a lot of diverse perspectives with 4,000, 5,000 people in the chat. You do also have probably like a couple thousand software developers, yeah. But some of them are going to be like software developers at Walt Disney World. He's pissed, man. Honestly, they're beating his ass. That was so easy. All you had to do was get the jester to attack his boys. That would have been my Twitter mentions after I quote tweeted that game stat that said this is the best year for games since the year 2001. And I said, yeah, but how does the graph look if you take out Lies of P? That would have been my Twitter mentions. I would have been on private within like an hour and a half, guaranteed. Oh, the median score for a AAA game in 2023 is 84. What if you take out Lies of P and Headbangers Rhythm Royale? Hey, anyone know where that opened, by the way? It's crazy how the egg carton is basically just software engineers. Well, what other job out there pays enough for you to afford an overpriced piece of exercise equipment while also giving you the freedom to have 2 hours a day to ride? You need a job where you get paid a lot to not do that much. No disrespect, I'm sure when the project started you were doing a lot of work, but now, like, doesn't the shit just run itself? That's how I feel every time Peloton releases an update that changes the fonts, and I'm like, I guarantee this shit took like 5,000 man hours. And then like, oh, we changed the font. By the way, it completely fucked up the UI, and it crashes once per ride now. Sorry about that. We didn't see that one coming. I typed 2 CLI commands and then played backpack battles for the rest of the day. Honestly, I mean this sincerely. There was definitely a time where I would have considered that shameful when I was more naive. Now, like, fuck it, bro. That's economics. If that's all you have to do to provide enough value to your company that probably doesn't give a shit about you, to generate enough money off of your work, to pay you to play backpack battles, then fuck them. You got them. That's living the dream as far as I'm concerned. Okay, where was the shortcut? Right there on the left? Also, this is heavily influenced... Yes, on the left. No, not on the left. I'm going to get my ass beat. This is also heavily influenced by the fact that, in my personal opinion, once the software is done, you should stop working on it unless you have like a ransomware attack. Because my perception is that it just keeps getting worse. The more people add to it, the more it gets worse, okay? So like build it with the best intentions in mind and then like leave it alone, okay? Hey. Oh, straight ahead. Thank you. Thank you for your support. Security updates, sure. But you better not use, security update. By the way, we're pushing like, we're moving this button like 17 pixels to the left and fucking up your muscle memory because we need to justify, having something to do. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Regulatory updates too. I guess that makes sense. Like when governments are like, hey, your company's too big, now you have to start actually like collecting VAT tax from people in different regions of the world. Sure, I can understand that. You don't want to go to prison or whatever. Themed holiday updates? That's where I crossed the damn line. You crossed the damn line. I'm a software dev at Panera Bread. We get free lemonade. No! Some of you guys are cool. Do not drink 4 or 5 cups of the Panera Charge lemonade while working on your screenplay. The hell is this? This dude is Bloodborne incarnate. Wow! He's got the damn Heelys on. Have you stopped personally attacking me yet? Well, like, I feel like if you're a software dev, I'm not mad at you. I'm mad, and this is all coming from a place of ignorance, by the way, but I'm mad at the project manager who's... I'm not even mad at the project manager, now that I think about it. But I feel like the project manager has to come out with like a make-work project to justify like the team still existing and everybody not losing their job as soon as the work is actually done. So then they gotta be like, hey, we're working on this like, 18-month update or something like that that doesn't actually do anything. I guess I hate to say it, it's too easy. Oh, see you in hell. I'm mad at the world. What, you built the thing. Now you gotta like pretend that there's other stuff to, this is naive of me, I'll admit, I'm mostly making a joke. But like you built the house. When someone, I guess software isn't a house, so the metaphor kind of falls apart. But like after you build a house, it's not like the people who built it stay there for like 10 years and are like, hey, we're gonna put in like new wainscoting like 3 months after the shit's built. They're like, call us if you got a problem. And then you call them, and that shit is like, this number has been disconnected. And you're like, oh, fuck. My mistake on that one. How does it feel believing in efficient markets, yet also thinking that all corporate culture is wrong? I don't think all corporate culture is wrong. If your ass is like an insurance agent, then you got to be there. I got lost. To sell insurance. I'm just saying, if you're like a software dev, like you're called an engineer. You built the bridge. Your ass isn't like, hey, we're going to put new sconces on the bridge every 3 months just to justify still being here. Again, I really can't stress enough that I do not know what I'm talking about. But if the metaphor is coherent, then it doesn't make sense to me. You still got to check in on the bridge. Yeah, but you get a feel for it. It's a reasonable metaphor. Listen, nobody's less happy about me using this as an example than me, okay? Twitter has gotten a lot worse since Elon Musk took over. Everyone would agree. But he did fire like 90% of the staff, and the website still works. Until eventually, like, it's gonna completely collapse. But it's been like a year. At some point, it's all gonna fall apart, and like everybody's sensitive data is gonna leak out there. But like for right now, it's still, for the most part, it's still doing what it's supposed to do. He completely ruined the culture. There's no doubt about that. The videos don't load? Yeah, but they kind of didn't load before. I'm not saying you have to hand it to him. I'm just saying that one's not all his fault. What the heck are you doing over there? I agree with this take. Holy cow. Of all the things I thought DL Guiga and I would agree on. No, I just keep it closed because like the bathroom is cold and I don't want the coldness infecting my warm office. I don't know, I think it's ironic given what I was just talking about. I think that window has an imperfect seal. No, I closed it. I closed it. And then it's like, that room is cold as frick, bro. In the morning, like it's cold. And it's not open. That guy gave me a quartz, or did this? Oh, I thought oh, you know what? I bet the other Pinocchio just died. It's crazy in there, right? That window needs some more, I don't know what the word is. Does it need wainscoting? I'm definitely not coming out here saying I need some more caulk in my bathroom, okay? I've got enough. Barely, but enough. It's like that joke, Louis C.K. joke from his sitcom. You don't look in your neighbor's underpants to see how much cock they have, to get jealous. You look in, oh wait, what is it? I forget. There's something about cereal. Anyway. Corn Pop was a bad dude. Just let it go. It kind of fell apart. Anyway. That being said, for everything I've said, don't take this as being anti-software engineer. Like, what percentage of the... Like, I'm doing a make-work project right now. My ass is not adding anything to society by being like, I'm going to finish Lies of P today. I'd have to be brain dead to believe that. Now, we're creating a little joie de vivre, maybe, at best. But, like, it's not like we're actually making the world, like, a materially better place. That being said, I'm just saying... Being an entertainer is valid? No, I know. What I'm trying to say is it's more valid than being an engineer, but not by much. The backshot king? Oh, thank you. You may have actually saved my life. I get like, every time I come down here at like 5:50 a.m. to take a poop, I can see my breath. My cheeks are sticking to the seat. You know? And then I come out here and I'm like, I'm on fire. Like it's... What was that? Oh, thank you, Kate. Thank you. Oh, man. You open the ladder shortcut. Okay, how do we get there? Left. Look left. Push P. Thank you. Thank you. I did see Elon tweet that the Cybertruck looks like something that Blade Runner would drive, as if the guy's name is Blade Runner. But then I also laughed because someone said, doesn't he know the guy's name is Decker? And I was like, it's like even funnier somehow. The fake correction is even better. It is also the image of Joe Rogan shooting an arrow at the Cybertruck is so fucking funny. In what... I'm not gonna... Joe Rohan, that's pretty good. I'm not going to suggest that anyone thinks that, like, there's a risk of the car being riddled with arrows while you drive, but, like, what are they doing? Like, what purpose does this serve? I mean, I think that probably, like, just about any car on the market could probably weather a shot from a compound bow. This shit is made of, like, steel. Not my 2003 Hyundai Accent. Really? You think so? I don't know, man. My mother-in-law has like an '09 Kia Forte, and I don't think anybody's busting through the door with bows and arrows. They do way more damage than you'd think. Yeah, but it's like it's a car. Oh, son of a bitch. I mean, I think if you brought one Subaru Forester back to the 100 Years' War, like, there's no shot France is losing. It would be it single-handedly would turn the tide. The Battle of Poitiers, if I was there, I'm a Kia Forte, it wouldn't have gone down like that. France won, not at the Battle of Poitiers, I think. Why weren't they just using chariots then? Because they forgot how to make them or something. Anyway, I'm just saying, there's no shot some yeoman from the year 1300 is gonna, you know, bust in and steal my daughter's backpack while we're inside of the London drugs, okay? They're not using a U longbow. They're using they're taking a spark plug, they're crushing it with a brick, and then they're throwing that shit through the window, and then they're smashing and grabbing the toonie that's in my cup holder, okay? You don't need a bow and arrow for that. Show me what happens when the Cybertruck has to deal with ninja rocks, okay? Okay, ready? Run it. Get scammed, kid. What's happening? This area is pretty crazy. You know it smells crazy in there. Anyway, I mean, you got me. Hope that canister's loaded with gamer girl farts, right? You know what I'm talking about? That being said, I just like, I don't know why he's so obsessed with showing that the door can withstand like small arms fire. I've been driving for like, I don't know, almost 20 years now. I haven't even been shot at like a single time, much less like, you know, had someone empty a Mac 9 clip into my passenger side door. I'm sure we got enough people here. Probably someone's been shot at while they're driving, but like, be honest, what did you do? Did you cut them off? Did you hit them with a passive-aggressive honk? Like, that's what you got to be careful. People out there have lost their mind. You gotta drive very. You gotta drive a little scared, honestly. Same shit. I shot an arrow at their car. Based. Also, we all can say it, right? The car looks like shit. I would have way less of an issue with it if it just didn't look like shit. Like, listen, do the cars sometimes explode? Yes. But there's a lot of them on the road in Vancouver, and I've never seen one explode. Ergo, the jury's kind of out, right? But, like, I'm definitely going to see them here, and I'm going to have to look at their polygonal-ass structure. Like, that's more of a real problem for me. It's gonna ruin my day. Plus, like, I worry that they have to, like, outlaw them in downtown Vancouver because it's all glass towers. Like, from 10 a.m. till sundown, it's gonna be like the sun is gonna rise, and then it's gonna hit, like, the Shangri-La Tower, and then it's gonna refract down to West Georgia Street and, like, hit the back of a Cybertruck, and the beam is gonna become so concentrated it's gonna, like, burn a hole in your cerebellum. Like, it's gonna be impossible to drive behind them. And you'll always be behind them because the acceleration is fucking nutty. Turns the drivers into, like, wannabe Formula One. Thoughts on Amaranth partnering with a beer company to brew a beer using her vaginal yeast? You guys are all going to feel really silly when it wins the Pabst Blue Ribbon at the World Beer Awards this year. More like the Pabst smear. Okay, that was better than any joke I've ever made. Sen's Fortress? Woohoo! This shit's like seriously dunka 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 core. You know what I mean? Dunka dunka dunka. Hey, can I blow your mind the same way mine was blown? Did you know that the Dunkachino is a real thing? I thought they made it up for Jack and Jill. But it's actually like a drink that they had at Dunkin' Donuts. That's like half cappuccino, half something else. That's why it was funny? It wasn't funny at all. Just by the way. Half cappuccino, half dunk. There was an ad with Al Pacino. Where this is like some Mandela effect shit here. It was an ad. Well, okay, it is an ad because Jack and Jill was essentially sponsored content. But it wasn't an ad. The ad was the plot of a real movie designed to sell Dunkin' Donuts. It's very confusing, okay? I don't disagree with your confusion. Okay, I guess I just can't move. Who made this? Frederick Fox. This isn't the right way. Oh, you're right. You know, I got enough quartz. We should go back. Should go back to Hotel Krant. How do you feel about lentils, beans, and pulses? I'm for them. For sure. I love a chickpea, a lentil. Lentils of all stars and stripes. They're very nutritious. They are, and they're very delicious as well. Big hummus guy. I don't buy hummus that much, but when I buy it, I eat whatever quantity I bought in like faster than I should. World's least exciting anecdote ever. I don't eat hummus that much, but when I eat a lot of it. Quartz me. You know what is crazy about Twitter now? And I say this without insulting the profession. I mean that sincerely. But ever since they changed replies to prioritize paid blue checks, it could be like, you know, a fucking daycare exploded in Cincinnati today, and you click to get more information, and then the top reply is like someone selling pictures of their body, and the reply is like, you can explode in me if you want. And I'm like, people died, bitch. What are you doing here? Have some decorum. It's crazy. Rare, valid use of the B word. Thank you, thank you. Like, read the room, okay? You could reply like, rip to them, but my rip to them, they never got a chance to see my free OnlyFans. Sure, at least like put some creativity into it, but like you gotta have some respect, okay? Perfect guard causes stiffness. That sounds like a medical condition. Okay, everyone wants rising dodge. Let's get some rising dodge. DL Guiga, you got any, you know what? I'm going to enhance my ult. How does that strike you? Rising dodge being... Oh, increase pulse cells 4! That seems good. I don't really use amulets anyway. Rising dodge is becoming default in the next patch. You won't catch my ass in the next patch, man. They'll give you a quartz refund or something. Add fable slots 1. Add amulet slots 1. Increase cube uses. Add belt slots. Perfect, perfect guard, sure. Perfect guard causes stiffness. That sounds good. It's weapon attack when pulse cells out. Whatever, man. Go for it. They even showed some art for the DLC. I'll probably play the DLC if it comes out in a reasonable time frame. I will preface this by saying they can take as long as they want, but like, it's gonna be crazy to try to go back to Elden Ring when the DLC actually comes out. I'm hopeful they fucking come out with DLC in a timely fashion so that I still remember how to play the game. Like, it's been 2 years since Elden Ring came out, more or less. You want my ass to go back into the world of the Erd Tree and figure out how to play? I'm sure you figure it out in like 5 seconds because it's just pressing the circle button whenever an enemy attacks, but still. It's not quite enough. Back of the napkin calculation. I mean, the game was already so... This, you could say personal problem on this one, but the game was so long that I didn't remember the start of the game by the end of the game, and it's been 2 years since then. I only remember Radon, Zangief, and the final boss. Well, no, the boss before the final boss. And Melania, that's true. Who's Zangief? Horo Lux. Oh. Oh, man. That was so good. Sheesh. Where are we going? Where are we going, lads? You know what this is like? This is like when you walk into like a chain restaurant you've never been in before. Catch my ass going to Booster Juice, trying to figure out what side of the counter I order the juice on and what side of the counter I pay on, so I don't look like a fucking idiot walking up to the cash register and going, "Can I get a green goddess, please?" They're like, "Oh, the order counter's over there." Sounds like you need to read The Design of Everyday Things then, buddy, because your shit is built in a confusing fashion. Right? Am I right, librarian? It's like trying to figure out where to stand in Il Grotto del Formaggio in order to buy a sandwich instead of like be asked if you want to take a look at their new olives. I don't know where to get it, man. Sometimes they've got like 7 people in the lineup and they're like, "What do you want on your sandwich?" And I'm like, "Lady, I don't know, because the sign with all the toppings is up at the front where person number 0 is." They were just chatting while I stood there for like 2 minutes. It's not the ideal. They need to get Ray Kroc down there, okay, in order to figure out how to legitimize the system a little bit. The sandwiches are crazy. The sandwiches go hard for sure. They could use a little work on the logistics of the thing. Get Angela Bassett on the case, because she did the thing. Sandwiches are good. I remember the first time I went to Il Grotto del Formaggio, I thought I was a hungry boy. They said, "What kind of sandwich do you want?" I said, "Give me a full." Shit weighed like 4.5 pounds, and I was like, I could have done with a half, honestly. I ate the whole thing. I didn't feel good afterwards, but it tasted amazing. Sing Sing was great too. Thank you for legitimizing my take on Sing Sing, by the way. I'm a big believer of the idea that we have gone too far down the authentic equals good track. I think that's like a pre-globalism take. When you lived in America and like you had never experienced pho before, then you want authentic pho for like 10 years to be like, whoa, this is what they're eating in, you know, Hanoi, okay? But now we're at the point now where I'll be like, well, the Sing Sing is kind of like Vietnamese fusion, but it's the best pho I've ever had. And then people from Cincinnati are like, oh, white people pho. And I'm like, well, fuck you, it slaps, idiot. You haven't even tasted it. Your ass probably eats like a rotisserie chicken from the grocery store every Friday, and that's like exotic. Same shit. I see you posting on the YouTube videos of like Korean corn dogs. It's a corn dog wrapped in French fries. Oh, this shit looks so good. I wish I lived there. No, it isn't, and no, you fucking don't. You liar. Your ass isn't making eye contact with the Walmart cashier, and you speak the same language. You're gonna walk into the GS25 once a week and say, "Soregi bongtu juseyo." They're gonna look at you. They're gonna be like, "You don't know what the fuck you're asking for." I'm like, he knows I know I don't know what the fuck I'm asking for, but life finds a way. So all I'm trying to say is keep my foe's name out your damn mouth. Run. I can make you better soup? No, your ass can't. And if you can, then you should open a restaurant. Fuck it, if you're a cook, it must drive you crazy, right? Here's some shit like, you'll be like, oh yeah, oh, the fried rice was pretty good, but it doesn't hold a candle to my mom's. And I'm like, well, that's very sweet for your mom. We have like 100 cooks working in our kitchen that graduated from culinary college, and we use the finest ingredients. We've been doing this for 25 years. We serve fried rice 175 times per lunch rush. It's better than your mom's, no disrespect. Like, you put your mom in this kitchen, she wouldn't hang, okay? Now, your mom's is made with love, and there's no replacing that. But let's be serious people here, okay? Your mom got the baby corn from No Frills. I hit you with a panic full menace. There's no shot that's crossing the Bao Bay fried rice in Chinatown in Vancouver, okay? I'm just saying. Your mom thinks MSG causes headaches. There's no shot it's clearing it. You ever worked in a kitchen? I'm not gonna answer that because it weakens the perceived authority of my most recent opinion. I have been in a kitchen and cooked food inside of it for other people, philanthropically. The hell is this? Bro, you're blue. You got me? Run. This again, huh? Well, I did it to myself. I don't know what I'm complaining about. Try attacking. That's a good trick. Do it again. I knew it. I've watched 10 seasons of Kitchen Nightmares. That's another one. I love Kitchen Nightmares. But I feel like people just started taking all of the stuff from Kitchen Nightmares as gospel. So they'll like walk into a restaurant and then immediately be like, oh, there's too many things on the menu. And I'm like, bro, you haven't even tasted the food yet. Too many things on the menu at the Cheesecake Factory. Most of them are pretty good, honestly. People are not going to like this take either. I've said it before, and it's an even worse take because I've had food poisoning. But like, I know that a lot of Kitchen Nightmares is fabricated for sensationalism, and I like that because I'm gonna guess that's not a grandfather clock. That being said, I believe that no recipe, no restaurant, I mean to say, has ever given me food poisoning except the once at a Burger King in Kingston Township. But they don't go to the Burger King on Kitchen Nightmares. I'm sure that I've eaten some food from some fucking decrepit restaurants. The meat was mixed with the chicken juice and was like kept in a cardboard box on like a heated floor or something like that. And maybe it's skill difference. I've always made it out unscathed and thinking that it tastes pretty good. So whenever I see the Kitchen Nightmares crew go into a kitchen and start gagging, I'm like, that shit is gross. But it has never made me question any restaurant I've ever been inside of. I am very confident that I gave food poisoning to myself. Chibli! 'Cause he's Chibli. He's dynamite. A restaurant in Chicago just killed 4 people serving chicken over lettuce. Dio Guiga, do you denounce this restaurant? Did you ever see iwaspoisoned.com on Twitter? The Twitter account where people submit their own food poisoning pictures and stories to like warn people. It's so funny. Like almost every single post is like, I ate this Jimmy Dean's sausage patty and it tasted funny. And then like the picture of the sausage patty is like it's coated in mold. And you're like, listen, like I don't know if that's how it came out of the factory, but you gotta have some degree of personal responsibility for that one. If I opened up food and it was covered in like blue fuzz, my ass is not eating it. That's not gonna happen. Hang on, let me see this one. Bro, look at this one. Okay. Yeah, this is the one I was talking about. Jack in the Box. This Sunday I had diarrhea from eating a moldy hamburger. I have pictures of the hamburger in bad condition. I bought a hamburger at the self-service. They sold me a moldy burger and I got diarrhea. Listen, you have a picture of the burger untouched with mold on it. Why did you eat the burger, dude? Like, they shouldn't have sold that to you, obviously. But, like, you should not, obviously, have not eaten it. And then some of them are like, I ate 6 Chalupa Supreme at Taco Bell and I have diarrhea for 12 hours afterwards. And I'm like, that's because you ate 2,200 calories of like hydrolyzed soy protein. Like that's not Taco Bell's problem. I sympathize when they're like, I ate a sandwich and it tasted funny and then the next day like my tummy hurt. That's reasonable. But like people are like, they served me visible poison and I ate it. Did you see that meal prep company caused a bunch of gallbladder failure in customers? Yeah, we used to get, well, I should say Kate. Kate used to get frozen smoothies. It was like a HelloFresh style, like frozen smoothie that you would keep in your freezer and then blend and drink. And then we found out, thankfully it wasn't the flavors that we'd been drinking, but I looked at it and it was like, oh, it turns out they were using like this food that actually creates like acetylene in your liver when it gets processed, and it was like people were losing liver function. Laxasia the Complete. You sound like a dietary supplement yourself, just for the record. Okay, nice try. Daily Harvest, they were using tara flour. I don't know, ours was not called Daily Harvest, but I do think it was tara flour. That's a big one.
Worship Sermonic.
Can make a hemlock smoothies, rhubarb leaf salads. It'll take as long as it takes. Smoking that top pole pack? I get it. Chibley's been posting some insane stuff in the Discord. And I support it. That Discord needs more insane energy. Just being honest. Like, I don't know what happened. All of my friends lost their sense of humor. Now they get offended when they share their opinion and feelings with me, and I say, okay, eat this Wemby. It's cancel culture gone mad. Snowflakes. Am I right, Chibley? I'm just trying to meme, and then like people are in there like, I just got my sleep apnea diagnosis today, and I'm like, brother, you're harshing the vibe of the room, man. Now my ass, before I send them a sick-ass meme, I gotta say, that's rough. By the way, did you see this sick-ass meme? Okay, they had 17 more in them.
Arm of God will awaken soon.
You're so real for that one. If you go on Twitter and search "Eat This Wemby," there's 4 posts and 2 of them are from you. I think it's going to become like a real thing. Not forever, but like for a couple months, I think people will be saying "Eat This Wemby" for sure. Yeah, good luck running from that one. You're telling me it wasn't real? It's real. I'm telling you I invented it. Or at least me and a maximum of 2 other collaborators invented it. Good move. Farm to table memes. NL, do you have sand bitter in North America? I'm drinking a sand bitter right now and feeling very European. I've never heard of it in my life. It sounds like an aperitif or a digestif. And in North America, we have none of those. All we have is Sierra Mist. You just keep going, brother! It's not called Sierra Mist anymore, it's called Starry. Not my ass. In Hawaii, wondering why everyone's drinking this new drink called Starry, and I'm like, oh, it must be like a Hawaiian original. That dodge did not work. It sounds Hawaiian. It does, Starry. Alright. I think we could use aperitifs and digestifs in North America. But then I will say I'm a hypocrite because I don't drink them. Because if I'm out at an Italian restaurant and then like they bring the dessert menu out and you're like, oh, do you want like a $14 drink of something that tastes horrible? And I'm like, no, this shit was expensive to begin with. Just give me my free Spumoni ice cream and get me out of here. It doesn't even do anything? Not really, but it's like, it's kind of nice. Like, I'm sure it's nice after dinner to be like, oh, I'm gonna have like a little glass of port or something like that. the restaurants, I think they got to know their audience, man. Like sometimes you're in there, they hand you the dessert menu, and they're like, "Do you want like a $60 glass of scotch for dessert?" And I'm like, "Have you lost your fucking mind? Can I just get a Coke Zero?"
Sermonic.
All I wanted was a damn Pepsi. Is Coke okay? You know what? I'll just leave. That being said, I do think a Coca-Cola is kind of like an aperitif and a digestif all in one. I know I'm going a little hard, but it's not sponsored content. I'm doing it for free, and I believe it. It's like Coke is all drink categories at once. It's a dessert. It's an aperitif. It wets your palate for the dinner to come. It's a digestif. The bubbles help clear out your stomach. It's a sports beverage. If you let it go flat, hand it out at an aid station in a marathon, people will get down on their knees and thank you. Not that way, you sicko. I'm just saying they did something, they cracked the code, okay? When they invented Coca-Cola, they cracked the code. You shouldn't drink too much of it. But we gotta recognize greatness when we see it. Eat this Wemby. Holy shit, she ate the Wemby. Turn around. Oh! Big move. This one seems a little tough. Oh! We may see, I'm not saying we will, I'm saying we may see phase 2. It could happen. Close. Close to phase 2. You get your COVID booster yet? No, but I was thinking like I should be responsible and get it, but I want to get it at a time that's convenient for myself. I'm okay with helping the herd, but I want to do it at a time that's convenient for myself. So I was thinking like maybe the week before Christmas is a great time to get it. Because then if I feel a little icky, who cares? It's a week before Christmas. Like, no one's doing shit anyway. I'm sure the daycare will be closed. My kid will be at home regardless. But is there a problem with getting booster number 7 when you haven't seen 4, 5, and 6? Maybe I got 4. I can't remember. It's kind of a blur at this point. Like, am I going to understand what's going on in the plot of the vaccine? That seems bad. Oh, he's just a 3-piece. Right. Should have seen that one coming. I can smell the bands coming out. Origin's been here long enough. You know when it's coming. No, they came faster that time. I got the 2 main ones and a booster. I think I'm good. I got the 2 main ones. I got a booster. I might have gotten 2 boosters. I mean, this would have been like winter 2022. Like, it's a while ago. And then I was like, I think I'm good. Then Kate got COVID, and I was like, I'm not good at all. That shit looks fucking horrible. And this is like, we're on the diet version now, right? I'm like, I gotta get the damn vaccine. Plus, like, I think this would be number 4 and number 5, which means that the next one's free. I'm just joking. They're all free up here. Oh. I think they're free down there, too. And by free, I mean billed out to the taxpayer at, like, you know, 180 bucks a shot or something, but you get the idea. Nice miss. Nice miss. I'm lucky I haven't had it, but I have had pneumonia twice since 2020. Okay, that's pretty bad. I've never had pneumonia. Pneumonia is not it's not caused by a bacteria, right? Or a virus. Pneumonia is like a secondary thing that happens after an infection or during an infection. Holy cow. It's fluid in the lungs. The one time you don't want to be blowing the Lord's bubbles. Yeah, just run through the lightning. That seems smart. Oh, okay, then you go like 10 times faster. That's nothing, bro. He's got the same cadence as the clapper. I'm chilling. I'm chill. Chiller than you are. Alright. Yep, you got me. Hey, NL, greetings from Slovakia. Greetings to Slovakia as well. Bratislava. Bratislava. Gonna sell my house in town. Bratislava. Gonna sell my house in town. 3, 2, 1, it's 10. The shine of your Japan. The sparkle of your China. You know what I'm saying? Least good Steely Dan song. It's not the Steely Dan song they should have put in Rock Band. That was not the one that should have been in Rock Band 2 or Rock Band 3. They definitely should have put, like, anything out, like Relin in the Years. Relatively short song that would be fun to play. They didn't send their best when they did Steely Dan songs in Rock Band. No wonder I thought I didn't like Steely Dan. Oh, you're right, they should have done Peg, man! Although that's more for, like, you know, saxophone hero. Bam, bam, bam. Squibbity bam, 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 bam. Dirty Work? Boring ass song for Rock Band. Fun for the singer and nobody else. Worst kind of song in the game. Your ass blew out your dopamine receptors playing Painkiller on Expert. Then you got a friend who's never played before comes over and is like, oh, can we play I Think I'm Paranoid by Garbage 70 times? Hey, can we play Wonderwall by Oasis? Your ass out there getting no neuron activation. You know what I'm talking about. We've all been there. It's so real. I lived it, man. Your ass out here playing all of Moving Pictures by Rush on expert mode. Friend comes over. Oh, I really want to play a fucking Creep 17. They scroll straight up to the top and they're like, oh my god, they've got Danny California in this game. You're used to You know, well-weathered leather, hot metal and oil, the scented country air, tick-a-doom-doom, tick-a-doom, leather on chrome, the blur of the landscape, every nerve aware. Anyway, it was Malv? No, Malv went hard on the drums. Malv was the Rizzler on the drums for sure. I mean, we played so much, we were all the Rizzler on every instrument, except vocals. But he was the most Rizzler of all of us on the drums. I do remember, this is a real story. I swear it to you. I think I gave my college girlfriend the ick. She knew I played Rock Band, but I don't think she knew how much we played. And one day she came over, and we just happened to be like mid-song on that point, and it was one of like, it was a hard song on Expert, and she had no frame of reference for it, and I just remember her saying like, wow, you guys are really good at this game. And the connotation was like, what am I doing with this schlub? Gave my college girlfriend the ick getting gold stars and Tom Sawyer drums. She was probably like, I thought this guy was cool. I didn't realize that's what they're doing over. He lived in a house with 6 other guys. They had like this mysterious aura. Then I came over and fucking shattered it when all they were doing was playing Smash 64 and Rock Band. I wonder what those 7 dudes are doing in the house all the time. It must be pretty cool. Bro, no edge guarding his Pikachu, you fucking nerd. Spikes only! We said spikes only! Glug, 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 glug. Anyway. Who's your Smash main? 64, I ran the gamut, brother. Little DK, little Captain Falcon. That's the gamut in my head. Here's what I'll say about Smash, and I don't play at a very high level, except in 64, like, I'd probably rinse you, no disrespect. In Melee, it wouldn't even be close. In 64, I'd probably run these suits. Not like on an esport level, but versus you, yeah, for sure. Regardless. I don't play nerd characters. So if a character is like, no disrespect, if a character is like Fox, and he peppers you, pew, 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 peppers you down, and then catches you with like a little up A or something like that, you know, the Rizzler kick, I don't do that. I sprint to you, I grab your ass, I front throw you, and then I fish for the spike off the end. Because that's like getting a Wemby style block in the NBA. When someone's on like 10% life, you throw them off the edge and then send them down to purgatory. You would not catch my ass playing Kirby and hitting you with drill kicks nonstop. Now, if you want to play like that, that's fine. It's a perfectly valid play style. Me personally, those are not the values I choose to live my life with. That's my moment. Nice try. Nice miss. Nice miss. Got me, kid. Oh, I felt it a little late. What was your highest open tournament placement? Fucking 3rd place at the Queen's University. We know everybody on campus who's good at this game. House Party Kegger / Smash Bros Invitational. There's a couple dudes I'm just not rinsing. On a good day, I might take a couple of rounds off them, but a whole match, probably not happening. If only we knew that we actually could have done something with that recreation time if we had just been playing Melee instead of 64. But we didn't know. It was 2006 to 2010. The narrative about the GameCube was that it was a huge misstep from Nintendo. We thought Melee was cooked. We played 64 because we were the generation that had nostalgia for it. We didn't know Ludwig would come around and raise it from the dead. Okay? We didn't know. Items on or off? You're honestly, you don't know what you're talking about if you're even asking the question. It's an insulting question to ask. It's actually like one of the most offensive questions I've been asked in a long time. That could have gone worse. Ooh, such an on answer? No. We played items off. Sometimes we actually had trying to think of, did Smash let you turn some items off and some items on? So we definitely played Pokeballs on for a while. It might be Pokeballs and nothing else. Pokeballs and capsules, maybe? Something like that? You guys were legit? Bro, we fucking independently came up with the rule set. That, I mean, I'm not saying we're the first. I'm just saying we didn't have any help. Let's try. Huge. Did you do Fox only Final Destination to settle bets? Okay, young ass. Final Destination wasn't even a map in 64, I think. It's been a while. Get his ass, you're right. Fuck you! He's right. You wanted to have a serious match, you had to go to Kirby's Dream Land. We played most of the maps, though. Sector Z, pretty good map. We didn't... Star Fox level was fun because it had that sick-ass angle on the bottom right. You could catch someone in like... Oh, it's like I can still feel the adrenaline pulsing through my veins. When you're DK and you keep throwing somebody into the angle, and then eventually they start to like take their hands off the controller because they're like, well, I'm just going to get thrown into the angle over and over. And that's when you back throw them. Send them off the fucking map, and then they put their hands back on the controller and they're trying to get back, and that's where you hit them with the fisted spike in the air. Oh, let's try. Mario stage had that fun ass bumper too. You're not joking. There's a lot of good memories there. We play to win the game. Even a god can bleed. Don't go into the shocker, man. Here we go. Get ready. Get set. Now watch out. They've been doing this. Yeah, I knew it. They've been tricking you. Get up, you piece. Damon Albarn voice. Phase 2. La da dee da 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 da. Phase 2. Atlanta Menses. Come on, come on. Come on. I'll just be the first person to tell you phase 1 is washed. Your ship broke, bro. Okay, that was pretty good. We did some work with that one. We did some work with that one too. Okay, phase 1 not as washed as I originally thought. Yep. That attack is wild. 14 strikes in a row. The thing is that my mental model for Lies of P is that the attacks where they do the combos where they do a lot of attacks is what you want to practice because it's free perfect guard. So once you learn those, you stay away from the ones that are like more staggered or like inconsistent, and then you lean into the ones that are easier to get the dopamine off. You think we'll ever see the end of this game? Zoomer with the longest attention span in chat? Yeah, it's guaranteed. "17-year-old Gen Z, when they hear a Guided by Voices song, can this just end already?" Let's try this. No, no, no! We're supposed to make the jokes at your expense. We weren't ready to become part of the generational discourse. Well, you should have thought of that before I said 17-year-old Gen Z, which, in my opinion, puts them well within the crosshairs of criticism. I own you? You own me? Eat this Wendy's? I wish, man. This is bread and butter? Not bread and butter. Was that a fake article, by the way? I just looked. Their songs aren't even long. That's the joke, motherfucker. You must be a millennial. Sorry, what I should have said is, do the chickens have large talons? Something you'd understand. Now, listen. Was that article fake that said, or that tweet fake that said, no, it was an article, I think. I'm going to guess that it's from Business Insider, that said Gen Alpha is the laziest generation of, it was a Reddit post, wasn't it? Gen Alpha's the laziest generation I've ever seen. When the oldest Gen Alpha is literally like 13 years old. Oh, man. Replying to Business Insider tweets like, you can have your business inside of me. Listen, lady! Relax. Honestly, as a millennial, I'm just one data point. I think it would be hard for a 13-year-old Gen Alpha to be lazier than I was when I was 13. I did essentially no chores and played sports video games all day, like games with no progression. And I basically played them all on whatever the highest difficulty was that allowed me to have a perfect season every time. So usually it wasn't rookie. I mean, rookie is like for people who, I mean, they don't even know what buttons are, you know? But maybe pro. Maybe I got good, we're talking all pro at best, but... Come on, bro. That's gotta sting. Now that one did sting. I'm not going to deny that one. Oh! Huge plays. Silence. I kill you. Here we go. Bread and butter. The hell was that? Got a damn G-chat message in the middle of my boss fight? Is it someone's birthday? Oh, that's it. Let's see what the girlies are saying in the group chat today. No, I can't read that. Oh, man. Oh, it's not, I didn't say anything. I was just saying it's not, I mean, it's not controversial. It's a little spicy, I would say. You have friends that are not online? And this is an honest question. I think I have some friends from college who are like online a little bit, but not nearly as online as me, obviously, for a variety of different reasons. They will make you feel insane. I'm the least online person in my friend group. Origin, that's insane. Aren't you a VTuber? I know. Yeah, but like, what the fuck? No? PNG tuber? I'm waiting for the answer. I don't want to get this wrong. No, one time I went into Kate's office and you were playing something. I don't know what it was. You were streaming. You were playing something. And I was like, oh, I didn't know they were a PNG tuber. I'm not gaslighting. I'm not trying to gaslight anyway. This is my genuine memory. How do you explain your career as a streamer to normal people? Honestly, we're past it. Normal people get it now. Which must mean it's not that cool anymore. Like when we had lots of daycare parents over for our daughter's birthday party, they were like, I saw your office, what do you do for work? And I was like, oh, I stream video games on this website called Twitch. And they're like, oh, okay. In 2011, it was not like that. You had to be like, whoa, what the hell does that mean? And I'd be like, you know those ads you eat every time you open up YouTube? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, that pays for my groceries. They're like, what? I'm shocked that streaming is still a job. I thought it would have fizzled out years ago. You gotta be good at it. That's a big part of it. Not today, scumbag. Honestly, me too. I don't understand the advertising industry. Brother, I'm right there with you, and I will say, I've been saying it for years. I'm not trying to bite the hand that feeds, but like, the ads don't work. Right? I feel like there's like an emperor's new clothes thing with ads. People are always like, if you think they don't work, that's how you know they're working. any press is good press. And then I'm like, what about all that shit that's like bad press? It doesn't exist. What about like all the shit you learn about in business school where they're like, this is some bad press that destroyed the brand? And you're like, yeah, but any press is good press, bro. Okay, I actually own you. I live in your head rent-free. They measure it and stuff. They won't spend the money if it doesn't work. I don't buy it, personally. My ass ain't going to see Peter Jackson's Mortal Engines no matter how many ads I see. Huge. Hold, hold. He didn't do anything? Oh! What the? He snapped! Alright, I think I got one more in me before we're gonna play something else. I don't know what Chibli. Are we playing... I'll pull back the curtain. We were gonna play London today. I was really excited. And then we had like 3 RSVPs. And I was like, I'm not sure if I can muster the enthusiasm for like a 4-player London. So I said, is it possible we could play Headbangers instead if we only have 4? And since then I have not looked at the Discord. But I mean, I got them both installed, so it's not like, you know, there's a lot of prep time. It goes crazy if you block like any of those. You got me, kid. What's the over-under on NL beating this boss? The over-under is 100%. If you bet $1, you will win not even your money back, because you are risking nothing. The odds of it happening today, low. Low to 0. All this egg carton stuff, by the way, it's not everybody in the egg carton. You got your holistic riders, your fully organic, non-GMO riders, Keith Jr., DL Guiga even, Moomin Rider, D. Kelly, Kit Casper, Cosmo Kramer, etc., etc. These are people I look up to. They have an internal locus of control. They ride for the benefit of riding. But then there's some insane people in the Discord that are leaderboard maxing at this point. And I gotta ask you, you gotta decouple your own mental from the rewards that you see for achieving something. The effort is the reward. Don't worry about the score that Kendall Tool gives you at the end of the ride that says, oh, you were in the heart rate zone 3 for like, you know, more time than 75% of other people that live in Akron, Ohio. Just ride your bike. Get the cardiovascular. Oh, you got me good, kid.
Worship sermonic.
If advertising doesn't work, why do so many NL fans have a Peloton? That's not advertising. That's the librarian. You take that up with them. Also, people who like got in on the Peloton early, fuck it, we ball. Do you know how much, pun intended, how much resistance we push through to not be mocked on every single stream? I rode my exercise bike for 30 minutes this morning. It's fucking too expensive. The company's not going to exist in 6 months. You've got to pay to ride your bike. Oh, you rode for 15 kilometers, huh? Actually, you didn't ride at all. Now every motherfucker in the egg carton has an 8-pack. Everybody, it's like these impotent Andes in the chat that are going, hey, your stationary bike doesn't go anywhere. And we're just looking at, you know, it's the image. Hang on, I'm in my zone. He in his mood. It's the image of everybody talking, and then someone says something for attention, and then the dude looks at them and gives them a thumbs up, and then we all go back to talking. It's the cool guys club. We're in the cool guys club now. Detached irony, no longer cool. I'm sorry to tell you. You look like a fool with your pants on the ground. Oh, you got me. What's cool now? Fucking getting a chafed asshole from spending 2 hours on the bike 6 or 7 times a week. I don't make the rules. Detached irony's all I got left, though. Then fucking, you know, if you don't like what you got, why don't you change it? If your world is all screwed up, rearrange it. You don't have to buy a $2,000 bike for that, to be clear, but still. You just go for a walk or something. Walks are goated. Netflix voice. If you like a tranquil walk in the woods, have you ever considered watching Old Dads starring Bill Burr and Bobby Cannavale? Let's do. I hate to break it to you. I'm going to keep it real with you. 57th President of Japan, Shinzo Abe. You will not catch my ass watching Old Dads. It's simply not going to happen. I own you. Son of a fucking motherfucking. President. Only I didn't say fudge. He didn't do anything? Is that the joke? I needed to block. Big plays, big plays. Based and Christmas story pill. Alright, you got me. We'll throw a slash marker in there.